Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to another Arc Garage video. The tragedy has struck my Alfa Romeo Giulietta, and it has been caught in the hailstorm, which resulted in extensive damage. So today, me as a complete amateur when it comes to PDR, am gonna attempt to fix this myself with only €100 worth of tools. Now let's check out the dashcam footage and closely inspect the damage. Here it is, a very sad day for me caught on the dashcam. My wife and daughter were caught in the hail storm, which did significant damage to the body of Giulietta, but luckily nobody was hurt. Alright, now let's check out the damage. I don't know how well can you see it. It is kind of hard to see on the red paint, but there are basically hundreds of these dents from the hailstorm. But the worst area that got hit is this corner right here. Now you can see how bad these dents are, and they are gonna be very hard to pull out. Alright, so this is pretty much all of the stuff that I got. Now the PDR kit that you can get online comes in this bag and it costs maybe like €80. I bought additional 2 hammers, some more pulling tabs, and some glue sticks for additional €20. So as I said before, it all comes down to €100. Now you can see we got a bunch of these different tools for pulling tabs. So you also got this one here and this one for bigger dents. And in the bag we got the heater for pulling out tabs, some more glue sticks, and a couple more tabs. Alright, so we're gonna start on this area here on the roof. So we got a couple dents here. Now of course there are some rules that we have to follow when it comes to picking out the tab. You want to pick out the tab which is roughly the similar size as the dent. Also, you want to make sure to clean everything well, either with a glass cleaner or with alcohol, which is what I'm going to do. And now when it comes to reading the line board, when the lines are separated, that means that you got a dent here. Now if the lines are close together, that means that you put the dent out a bit too much. So as I said, I'm gonna use this tab here. Now I'm gonna apply a bit of glue. Alright, so here it is, and I'm gonna place the tab in the middle of this dent. You don't want to push the tab down too hard and squeeze all of the glue out. I'm gonna leave it now to harden, and then we're gonna attempt to pull this dent out. Okay, so the glue had time to harden, so I'm gonna attempt to pull on the dent. Now since the glue that I got is quite strong, I'm not gonna snap off this tab. Instead, I'm just gonna undo it using alcohol. So as you can see, I'm gently massaging the metal. You can see there is a bit more distortion in the line, but I'm more than happy with it, and this dent is pretty much like 95% out. I'm gonna use a smaller tab to try to pull on this little dimple that's left, but even if I don't succeed, I'm pretty happy with this. Alright, so this small dimple that you can see here is going to be pretty much possible to pull out using glue. It has to be pushed out from the inside, but I gotta admit I'm pretty happy with this result. So here's how the dent looked like before, and here's how it looks now. So there is a bit more distortion, but this is gonna be good. Alright, let's check this one out. So again, I'm gonna place the tab right in the middle of the dent, right there. Alright, so I'm not gonna pull it off. This glue that I got is quite strong, so I'm just gonna remove the tab and let's see how much improvement we got. Now, since I pulled the dent out a bit too much, I'm gonna try to knock it down a little bit. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave it at this. This is not 100% perfect, but it is a significant improvement from the dent. I need to work on my skill a little bit to get to 100%. However, I gotta admit that I am more than happy with this. So again, here's how the dent looked before, and here's how it looks after. Alright, now let's try a couple of these on the fender. You can see there are two of them, one bigger one and one smaller one right there. So I'm gonna add a bit of glue. And we're gonna stick it right here again at the center of the dent. The one thing that I gotta mention, you gotta be careful when using this particular tool on the curved surface, because these can leave indentation in the metal. Alright, so now as you can see, I've pulled this dent out a bit too much. So I'm gonna use this tool with a curved end to push it back in a little bit. Alright, so that is gonna be close to perfect right there. Now let's try to pull this dent out right here. So we need to pull it out a bit more. That wasn't really good. I'm gonna try to pull the rest of it with this smaller tab. Alright, so this is gonna be pretty much as good as it gets. Again, I have a little indentation right here which is impossible to pull out, but it is barely noticeable, and as I said, if I didn't have this line board, I wouldn't even be able to see it. So here's how these two dents looked before, and here's how our fender looks now. Alright, so let's do one more on the hood. The process is again gonna be the same. Alright, and as you can see, this is close to perfect. I'm gonna use a smaller tab to try to pull the center out. So there you go, we still have a smallest of a dimple here, but it is barely noticeable. So this dent is again maybe like 95% out. Here's the dent before, and here it is after. You can see that it is a significant improvement. So there you go. In this video you can see exactly what can you expect if you try to do this as an amateur. Now professional would charge me for this job between 1,000 and 1,500 euros. Now paintless dent removal is pretty much an art form, but I'm pretty sure if I continue working on this that I will be able to improve my skills significantly. To conclude this video, you can expect to get pretty much all of the dents out, maybe between 90 to 95%, but that is pretty much it. You will need to keep on practicing if you want to get them out perfectly. Anyway, that would be all for this video. I hope you find it useful. If you did, hit that like button and support our channel by subscribing and by sharing our content with the rest of car enthusiasts.